With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Well, honey, which one are you going to open up first?
That one! No way!
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For more than 160 years, PNC has been committed to providing our clients with excellent service and powerful expertise to help them meet their financial goals. We are proud of our long-standing history of supporting not only our customers, but also our employees, shareholders, and the communities where we do business. Our most important asset? Our people. We work together to sustain a diverse and inclusive workplace where every one of our 53,000 employees can contribute to the company's success. Diversity and inclusion are among our corporate values, but we don't just talk about them at PNC. We live them. In order to build the most diverse, highest performing teams, we seek out employees who bring diversity of thought and experience to create innovative solutions that meet the needs of our increasingly diverse customer base. And we know the best and brightest talent is found across gender, race, age, sexual orientation, ability, and other segments. So we're proud to count among our employee ranks some of the most powerful women in banking and leaders who represent PNC and their cultural communities, all within a workforce that is 5 generations
With Early
strong.
Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Well, honey, which one are you going to open up first?
That one! No way!
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Good evening, and welcome to the Junior Achievement Washington Business Hall of Fame. Presented by Capital One, Carlisle, and PNC, and supported by over 150 business and community leaders committed to connecting the best in business to inspire the next in business, including KPMG, Cone Resnick, Ruppert Companies, and the Salzberg family. In this hour, we honor and induct our 2021 Laureates into the Washington Business Hall of Fame. Virginia Ali, Russ Ramsey, Deborah Ratner Salzberg, and Craig Ruppert. Please take a seat The show is about to begin. Now, please welcome your host, anchor at NBC4, Leon Harris.
Hello there and good evening, everyone. It is a real pleasure to welcome you to the 34th Annual Washington Business Hall of Fame. I am Leon Harris, and yes, I am a repeat offender. I am really thrilled to return here once again to join you as a host. I look forward to this event every single year. I tell you that all the time, and because this may be the single most inspiring evening of the entire year. We get to celebrate together the legacy of the laureates who they've made Washington, the greater Washington area, what it is today, and champion the future by supporting our region's students through Junior Achievement's game-changing programs. All right, before we get to all that, we've got a bit of housekeeping we've got to do first before we start. This virtual platform has everything you're going to need to keep you learning, networking, and engaging tonight. Now, on the left-hand menu on your screen there, you're going to find the packed agenda from earlier today, biographies of our laureates and our masterclass presenters, and sponsor profiles as well, a recognition wall to share messages and photos, and of course, lots of networking opportunities, such as an attendee list, where you can use that to help set up your own profile and then direct message other attendees. And of course, you're going to love this, our live video chat rooms where you can meet new people or chat with your teammates. All right, feel free to share your thoughts in the live chat box and participate in our polls. We'd love to know what you're seeing and thinking and talking about. Now, throughout this show, you can always access everything through the two tabs directly to the right of the player window there you see. All right, most importantly, all the events from earlier today, including our inspiring town hall program and our series of engaging master classes presented by business and community leaders, they're all now available to watch at any time. You can also find those in the left-hand menu if you're looking for them there later on. Speaking of which, if you missed any of the incredible programming we had today, here's a little taste.
Welcome to the 2021 Washington Business Hall of Fame Town Hall.
Be happy about what you tried, try the next thing. And you'll find in that process something that you love.
Each masterclass presenter has put themselves back into their high school shoes to share directly with you just how they made a name for themselves today.
The one thing in life you can control is your effort.
I don't assume that I know everything.
The first 10 years was just the first act, and there's so many more acts to follow.
You have to seek, and you will find.
Set your goals, set your mind to what you want to do, and don't give up.
No, how about that? What an incredible day it's been. Hard to top all that. And now, without further ado, it is my honor to introduce the Laureate class of 2021. Now, let's give a huge round of applause to owner of Ben's Chili Bowl, Virginia Ali. Here representing Miss Ali are her sons, Kamal and Sage. Good to see you guys.
Hey, great to be here, Leon, and everybody. Thank you so much on behalf of Mom. We're happy to be here.
Very happy to be here. Mom deserves this award, and thank you so much.
All right, and we are so happy to be able to do this with her, and with her watching, as I understand it. She's at home watching, so you want to give her a quick shout out?
Love you, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Coming up next, founder and chief executive of Ruppert Companies, Craig Ruppert. Good to see you, Craig.
Great to be here with this great group around me, and yourself and Ed, the Ali brothers, and Debbie and Russ. I'm honored to be here.
All right, congratulations. We're honored to have you here. All right, next, principal of Upland's Real Estate Partners, Deborah Ratner, Salzberg. Good to see you.
Thank you, Leon. I'm delighted to be here with this esteemed crowd.
All right, and you make it an esteemed crowd.
Well, thank you.
All right. And finally, chairman and CEO of Ramsey Asset Management, Russ Ramsey. Good to see you.
Leon, it's great to be here, and it's just an honor and a privilege to be with such esteemed, just legends of Washington.
Again, you make it so. Thank you for coming out here today. All right, congratulations to all of our laureates. They will be officially inducted in just a few moments here. But first, please welcome Ed Grenier, President and CEO of Junior Achievement of Greater Washington. Ed.
Thanks, Leon. Good to see you. Thanks for doing this again.
You got it.
Yeah. I'm deeply honored to congratulate you, Virginia, and Russ, and Debbie, and Craig, on your induction today into the Washington Business Hall of Fame. part of what makes the Hall of Fame so special is that we interact with these laureates every day who are so well known, so impressive, and so accomplished, and at times seem larger than life. But then our team has the privilege to get to know them better, to hear their stories, to learn what drives them, to understand what's most meaningful to them, and then their success takes on an entirely new and deeper dimension. I really enjoyed getting to know our 4 laureates, and we're so excited to share their stories with you this afternoon. You know, each year while hosting the Business Hall of Fame, I spend significant time with the incredible leaders who are inducted, and I have moments of reflection, seeing not only the phenomenal things they've accomplished, but also the positive impact that their success has had on their families, their employees, and their surrounding communities. And it never fails to fire me up about what JA does and why we do it. JA's mission to prepare young people to succeed in the global economy has never been more relevant and, candidly, never more needed. Our country is in uncharted territory after a tumultuous last 2 years, and this next generation will need a strong and diverse skill set to navigate the economic and social challenges that inevitably lie ahead. What genuinely inspires me is knowing that Junior Achievement has the tools, we have the network, and the commitment to help young people learn these skills. And we have a plan to put those tools to good use. Going forward, we're looking to scale our entrepreneurship programs so that more youth know how to start and grow a successful business, and along the way build wealth and that will benefit their families and their communities. We're working to open the JA Discovery Center in the district in the fall of 2024. More than 10,000 DC students every year, enabling them to understand personal finance, explore future careers, and connect with JA's broad business network. And we're working to expand 3DE by Junior Achievement, which, through case methodology, is fundamentally re-engineering the high school experience to make it more relevant to what students will experience in the real world. And so before I turn things back over to Leon, let me share my deepest gratitude to all the people who make this event happen and JA's work possible. To our partners, our Hall of Fame sponsors, our board of directors, our Associate Leadership Council, and our amazing JA of Greater Washington staff. Thank you on behalf of the young people we serve. There is no way we could do what we do without you. Once again, congratulations, Virginia, Russ, Debbie, and Craig. You are true role models to the 1 million K-12 students across our region. And now it's my pleasure to pass the proverbial mic to Zariana Marshall, who you met earlier today at the town hall discussion. She's a superstar 9th grader from Ballou High School, and she'll be sharing her thoughts with us around how JA has impacted her personally. Take it away, Zariana.
Hello, my name is Zariana Marshall. I go to Ballou High School, and I am in the 9th grade. The 3D experience that I've had has been amazing. I love working on these case challenges with Deloitte and E-Trade, the past ones that we just finished. And it's helping students better learn how to advocate for themselves, how to better work with other scholars, and how to communicate better with the staff. And it's also helped us learn how to let the teachers know how we feel and explain how we can better our learning. And I feel that it's great because it's helping me get a peek of options for what I want to do in the future, like with E-Trade and Deloitte, and helping the companies and stuff. And we realized that the problems that are happening in these companies are our real life situations here at school. Like, for instance, how they have to figure out whether they want to have their employees choose their schedules or not, or just to be in person fully or in virtually fully. When I was in school, I also struggled with that. I did not like being virtual. I like being in person. And if I had the choice to choose my own schedule, I would love to do that because it is helping me get away from the distractions of fully being in person and for me doing both fully virtual. And I feel like this is helping me learn how to better keep my options open and help work with others, because I feel like the main thing that I really needed to work on was working with others. And this has helped me open myself up to that. And it was just a great experience. And I really love working on these case challenges. They help me a really lot to better understand people, and that we are, as children, are not the only ones that go through things, and that these companies also need the help. And so I just felt like it was a great and amazing to get the opportunity to work with them and to be the main school that is working with them. It is great. Thank you for all of the support. Now here's a video to show you more about the Junior Achievement Experience.
Junior Achievement of Greater Washington believes that equitable access to high-quality education is the lever to economic mobility.
Our mission is to inspire and prepare young people to succeed in a global economy.
At the core of what we do at 3DE, we believe there's a direct link between quality education and economic opportunity.
The school is such a unique opportunity for the students because of the exposure and the experiences that they gain through the interdisciplinary approach to learning, the case challenges that they experience every month, the business professionals that they're exposed to.
We've partnered with learning innovators at Ballou High School in Washington, D.C., and Potomac High School in Oxon Hill, Maryland, to bring to life a high school experience that drives everyday academics through real-world applications.
3DE is one of the new exciting things that Ballou is all about. And so, this is definitely the kind of environment that I want to be in and that I want to grow in as a teacher.
3DE fosters collaboration. 3DE fosters critical thinking skills and team building skills to be successful.
This first-of-its-kind education, 3DE by Junior Achievement, is re-engineering high school education as we know it.
Arby's vision is to have a corporate culture that invigorates great brands to supercharge our long-term growth, and we are the perfect group that not only can, but will offer the best recommendation towards Arby's vision.
My favorite part about this year has been watching our students grow from shy, quiet, nervous students who never turn their cameras on to their final case challenge where they're paraphrasing PowerPoints, having their cameras on.
At first I was kind of nervous. I didn't want to participate because I didn't know the classmates that was in my group. But now you see kids they're coming to class more and coming to their groups participating and coming up with good ideas, just letting their personality express themselves.
I want to thank the 3DE program because I can already see the transformation that's taking place in our students and our staff.
What a phenomenal program. What a phenomenal young lady, Zariana. Thank you for sharing with us today. I can tell 3DE has already had an impact on you that is going to last you for the rest of your life. I hope you share that with everybody else in your life. You've got a phenomenal network of supporters who are around you right now, ready, willing, and able to help you achieve all of your dreams. So please make sure you take advantage of that. We can't wait to cheer you on as you go out there and continue your 3DE journey. And I can't wait one day to tell your story. All right. Now, when our fearless leader, Ed Grenier, was speaking a bit earlier, he made a reference to the JA Discovery Center. I want to circle back to that for a second and draw your attention to it for a minute because this is something that is really, really special. Now, next fall, as you drive down 16th Street in the heart of Columbia Heights, you're going to start to see a beautiful historic building transform into a state-of-the-art experiential learning environment specifically designed for our city's public educated students. And by fall of 2024, JA is going to open the doors there to every 5th and 8th grade student in the city and impact their lives through hands-on learning in personal finance, career planning, and in entrepreneurship. It's going to be here at the Discovery Center that JA is going to impact the lives of over 10,000 DC students each year and engage the talents of over 2,500 business professionals, people just like you. They'll be there to help guide these students through these high-tech simulations, lessons that are going to help connect what they learned in school with how they can succeed in as adults in the real world. Together, in partnership with the District of Columbia, we're going to be giving these young people the access and the opportunities that they all deserve, regardless of the zip code they live in. You know, very few organizations have the ability to bring out all levels of community stakeholders together in a project like this, like JA has. And this is something that is really quite special and quite unique and worth celebrating. And if you think about it, it should be inspiring because it certainly has inspired me. And if it does touch you the same way, please remember the Donate Now tab is on your left-hand menu. It's there and it's ready to accept your investment. Now, Before we commence our laureate induction ceremony, we have a very special note taker who is here to creatively capture the major highlights here. We're going to catch up with him from time to time to see how it's all going. Now, we've seen his work once before, and I got to tell you, it's pretty phenomenal. It's amazing. You're not going to believe what you're going to see. And now, without further ado, it is time to officially induct our 2021 laureates into the Washington Business Hall of Fame. To begin our 2021 Washington Business Hall of Fame induction ceremony, please welcome now our very own D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Hello, everyone. I'm Muriel Bowser, Mayor of Washington, D.C. I often say that it's not just D.C.'s diversity that makes us the greatest city in the world. It's our embrace of that diversity. That is also true in our business community. Entrepreneurs of every gender, race, and ethnicity are starting and growing businesses in D.C. Through the efforts of the Junior Achievement Greater Washington, we can do even more to ensure young people in every part of D.C. have access to opportunities and resources that allow them to reach their full potential. Tonight, it is my honor to congratulate the 4 laureates who are being inducted into the Washington Business Hall of Fame. Thank you for leading, for creating jobs, and for advancing DC values. I am especially privileged to now introduce my friend, Virginia Ali, as she accepts her Hall of Fame nomination. Mrs. Ali, what you and your family have done for this city in creating Ben's Chili Bowl is nothing short of remarkable. Your vision, fortitude, and love of people has helped define a neighborhood and given us all a space to feel at home. Congratulations, Mrs. Ali, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Virginia Alley. I'm the owner of Ben's Chili Bowl right here in Washington, D.C. My husband came from Trinidad, matriculated at our universities, first in Nebraska, and then came on to Howard University to go to dental school. Couldn't complete that program because of a serious accident. I came from Virginia here in 1952 to a segregated city. We met, fell madly in love, and wanted to open a little business. He had this very special recipe for chili, and he thought that would make everything delicious. So we decided we would open a place that could use that chili. And we decided that the good old American hot dog would be the way to go. And we were able to find an ideal location at 1213 U Street Northwest. That's how we got started. I knew that I could learn whatever I needed to learn to be a part of a business. I'd never been a business owner, of course. But we decided that if we had to, we could get rid of the car, and we could get rid of the apartment, bring in a bed, and build a shower. And if we had to, we could do that to make this business survive. It's been, you know, I mean, there have been rough times. My husband and I, we just supported the community. If someone had a big problem, someone couldn't pay for their medication, if someone needed to rent money or whatever, we helped. And my children came on and decided, well, we need to be more formal with this. So they formed the Ben's Chili Bowl Foundation. I don't know, some years ago now. And now it's being done in a more formal way, but we still give back to our community. And we've always done that. We've served on the local boards. I did, my husband did, my sons are, my daughters-in-law. So it's part of what you do. You know, small business is the heart and soul of the country. And that's because we are involved in the community. We are a part of a community. We're well known by the community, and they know we're here for them. I'm surrounded by my 3 sons and 2 daughters-in-law, and even grandchildren now. So it's been a wonderful experience. And at 87 years of age, I still come every day. I get to greet my guests. I like to treat them as coming into my home. I get to see my family. I'm living pretty well. In my view, I've come to work every day. I've done what I'm supposed to do to raise my family and to serve our community. And what's the big deal? You just do what you're supposed to do. If I'm being honored for that, I'm privileged. I work very hard. but I've loved all of it. I really have.
And now, accepting the award on her behalf, here are Virginia Ali's sons, Kamal and Sage. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much. On behalf of our mother, Virginia Ali, we'd like to thank you for this acknowledgement of her life's work at Ben's Chili Bowl and in her community. For over 63 years, Mom has been a hard worker, a loyal and caring friend, an inspirational role model to thousands of people across all walks of life in this area and beyond. A true people person, Mom meets people where they are. She listens more than she speaks and connects on a human level, respecting that we are all the same in so many ways. A natural mentor, Mom has embraced countless neighborhood children, team members, relatives, and complete strangers who all call her Mom and call on her for advice, country wisdom, encouragement, or just a hug. When they leave an encounter with Mom, they have belief in themselves because she believes in them. As kids, she, along with Dad, were our greatest teachers. But where Dad was a strict disciplinarian and by the numbers instructor, Mom used her love, her caring, and emotional intelligence to guide and support her beloved children. As she has gracefully aged, she's expanded her reach to be a mom for most of the DMV. Mom is proud of the work Junior Achievement has done for many, many years. Reaching almost 50,000 youth with almost 350 volunteers are impressive numbers in the fight for employment opportunities, job training, career establishment and advancement. Not just classroom learning, but experiential learning. Internships and mentor programs are key in bridging the gap for many of our young people. Finally, Mom wants all of you to know, but particularly the youth participating in the program and the volunteers and the staff, to know that she believes in you. To work hard, study hard, believe in God, treat people the way you want to be treated, and believe in yourself. You can do it if you put your mind to it. From Mom. Thank you.
Thanks, Mom. And we're sorry that Mom couldn't be here today, but she wasn't feeling well. So Kamal and I are here, and my brother Nizam would be here, but he's also at home taking care of his family. Lots of love to you. Thank you so much, Junior Achievement. We love you all.
Well, we want to thank you all. We want to thank Virginia. She, by the way, is a walking, talking, living, breathing masterclass all by herself. Kamal, Sage, thank you for coming here and representing her. And Miss Ali, we know that you're at home watching. At least that's what the boys here are saying. So we just want to say that you truly are a DC icon and a treasure. Your contributions to this community are just truly immeasurable. And all of us here at the Washington Business Hall of Fame are sending you all of our love and our best wishes. All right, now, let's get on to our next honoree. To introduce this laureate, please welcome CEO of Mobitas Advisors, Mark L. Joseph. Mark?
Hello. It's with great pleasure that I introduce my friend Craig Ruppert for this very well-deserved honor as a member of the Junior Achievement of Greater Washington Hall of Fame. Craig is an outstanding member of this community who has achieved great success in building one of the largest landscape management and construction companies in the United States. Craig clearly made a very good career choice at a very young age to go into the landscape business. It was a great career choice because Craig is very talented and successful at growing things. He built this business into one of the largest, with today 1,800 employees at 29 branches in 10 states, as well as a very large real estate business. It's widely recognized, Ruppert Landscape and Ruppert companies, as the leader in the industry. But Craig's success is in large part because he never forgot his roots. Craig grew up in this community. He was one of 8 children, and today he and his wife Patty have 4 of their own children and 11 grandchildren. He says the key to his success is his love of helping others, and that's very evident in so many of his activities, from mentoring his employees to giving back in the community. Craig has been involved in so many organizations and been recognized for his contributions. He's been named Philanthropist of the Year by Montgomery County, as well as the Philanthropist of the Year by Easter Seals. He served on many boards, including the Federal Reserve Bank Board of Richmond, the Wills Company Board, Sandy Spring Bank Board, and he's still very active with a number of organizations like Food for the Poor, Easter Seals, ADL, and others. Craig is one of the best people I know. He's very excited by this honor and the fact that this gives him the chance to do what he likes doing best, which is helping young people to think about their future and how they might grow an organization as he has so successfully done. So I hope you will join me in congratulating Craig and his family on this wonderful recognition and giving them best wishes for the future. Thank you and have a good evening.
I'm Craig Ruppert, and I am the founder of the Ruppert Companies. I grew up in Bethesda, Chevy Chase. I was one of 8 children. Because we had a big family, everybody tended to go to work at a young age. At one time, we had 4 paper routes in the neighborhood. Each of us had a paper route. And we started cutting grass in the neighborhood and shoveling snow in the neighborhood. So that was my, even though I didn't know it at the time, my first sort of entrepreneurial experience that more or less I stuck with. We started the business in my mom and dad's garage, okay? And I guess you could say it officially started when we bought a truck. I had no idea early on that I was going to be successful. We gradually were learning and developing the business. And in 1980, I came into business full-time, and we moved to a new location, and the business started to grow more quickly. Somewhere along the line, we figured out that the real business we're in is not mowing grass and planting trees. It's developing people. And, you know, if we have a competitive advantage, it's our people, because we're going to put more energy into trying to provide the opportunity for them to learn more, take on more responsibility, get promoted, make more money, and get satisfaction out of life. So that's kind of the most important piece of our mission. And it's easy to say, and it's hard to do. You know, and you read a lot about, and you hear commencement stories about graduates who are encouraged to find their dream and pursue their dream. And that didn't happen for me. Sometimes you don't have to have a clear vision. Sometimes a passion will find you. Many times, maybe you don't see potential in yourself. But if you pick a career and stick with it, chances are pretty darn good others will find potential in you and help you reach it by guiding you and being confident in you. And what do you have to do in return? It's the basics. Be on time, have a good attitude, keep learning, and stick with it. I'm honored to be recognized this way. And I'm particularly honored because I understand the work of what Junior Achievement is doing. But I'm also honored because I'm following in the footsteps of so many people that are so well respected and so highly regarded by the community and certainly by me. And I'm wondering why the heck they picked me. I still wonder that. So I'm really grateful and honored to be a part of this.
Please join me in congratulating someone who I wish had been my guidance counselor. Our 2021 laureate, Craig Ruppert. Okay, congratulations, and thank you so much for all that you've done, Craig.
Leon, thank you. Thank you. It's a great honor to be here with this company. I'm tremendously surprised and grateful. Mark did a very generous job of commenting on me. Mark, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'll just share a couple of thoughts. I had the chance to go visit the facility in Wheaton at Thomas Edison yesterday. I spent 2 hours there, and I saw what junior achievement was all about, what they're doing there, and super impressed. The facility is state-of-the-art, and what they're doing with every 7th grader in Montgomery County is just terrific. And if I had that sort of opportunity when I was younger, it would have helped me avoid a lot of mistakes that I've made along the way. So my hat's off to Junior Achievement, the team of people that work here, the leadership, the volunteers, and I'm especially grateful to all the supporters who have lent their time to be with us today and their treasures to help support such a great cause. And I got started and learned about philanthropy at a young age because I went with my mom to drop off my youngest sister, Colleen, who had Down syndrome, at Easter Seals facility. And I learned how much of an impact that had on Colleen at an early age and how it affected her throughout her life and allowed her to contribute at a much higher level than she would have otherwise. So it was a good lesson for me, and it's helped commit me to helping others and it's part of why I'm sitting here today with this wonderful group. And last thing I'll say is I'm getting a lot of credit, and I got a lot more credit in that video than I deserve. I've worked with a great team of people. I've got a great family, and I don't deserve all the credit that I get. They do. So thank you to everybody that's allowed me to sit here today.
Well, we all benefit from you sharing all of that, those insights, the lessons that you've learned, and then things that you're passing along. And your philanthropy as a Montgomery County resident, I want to say thank you because I have just seen directly the benefits of the investments that you and your family have made in the community. I want to thank you for that myself.
Thank you, Leon.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Looks like I think we've got. I have to say, for all of the Laureates, Craig, thank you for everything you do, and congratulations. You definitely are truly deserving of this honor here today. Now, looking at what we've got coming up with our next laureate, I think we've got mayors lined up like planes at Reagan here today. To introduce your next honoree, this laureate is being introduced now by someone I want you to help me welcome, former Mayor Anthony A. Williams, CEO and Executive Director of the Federal City Council.
Hi, I'm Tony Williams, former Mayor of D.C., joining you in an introduction of Hall of Fame awardee Debbie Ratner Salzberg. I first got to know Debbie and her family in conjunction with the high-impact work the Ratners have done in cities across the country. Indeed, I'm friends with a number of mayors and legislators across the U.S. who can all attest to the wonderful contributions her company has made to urban growth and prosperity. But very importantly, Debbie was an indispensable leader in bringing these resources and this acumen and this intelligence to bear on the Anacostia River. We would not have the Anacostia revitalization we've seen today and we enjoy today, but for elements of this, components of this, the Southeast Federal Center, the yards, a whole suite of developments where Debbie was a spearhead that were really an integral force in making that revitalization happen. So for that alone, on behalf of all of us in Washington, D.C., thank you for that. Thank you for that legacy, Debbie. But I'm not here to talk only about Debbie as a top-level executive of a premier development company. I'm here to talk about Debbie as a local citizen who's leaned in and committed time and treasure to activities ranging from the Meyer Foundation to the Federal City Council, from arts and cultural initiatives to social service endeavors. She's an excellent example of someone who's made a major role in our community and commits to using her prominence and her gravitas as a force for good. She's a real hawk, not in a defense definition of the term, but in the way she operates, how she looks at things. She can soar high and assess the big picture strategically and dive down low and put the details together to make things happen tactically. She's done a lot. She has a great legacy, but there's more to come. On behalf of all of us in our community, Debbie, you're a real friend. You're a real leader. Thank you for all you do, and congratulations on this big award.
My name is Debbie Ratner Salzberg, and I am the new founder of a company called Uplands Real Estate Partners, and I'm very active in the region, both civically and in the nonprofit world. My career was really interesting. I came to Washington, D.C. because I came as a trial attorney for the United States Department of Justice. I worked there for 5 or 6 years, and I loved it. I just loved being a trial attorney. But I knew I wanted to be in this city more and not travel as much. I was approached and recruited for a job to start working at Forest City, which at that point I had my father and other family members to open the Washington office. So I switched careers. I think when we start our careers, or our first jobs, we don't necessarily know what it is we want to do. So part of finding out what we want to do is being open to different things. I used to have what I called a 5-year plan. My assumption was every 5 years my career would change. I was an attorney 5 years. I thought I would be in the real estate business for 5 years, and then who knew what was coming next. What happened to me was the real estate business turned out to be my own 5-year plan. We sort of changed until we got to really big projects every 5 years. I learned different businesses. I learned how to build apartment buildings. I learned how to build retail stores. I learned how to build office buildings. So I learned all sorts of different things. And I think the key is to be open to new things and to be open to learning. I have a friend who always says chance favors the prepared mind. If you work really hard and you are friendly and open to suggestion and open to change and criticism or critiques, you will go very far. I was raised in a Jewish family in Cleveland, Ohio. Part of my religion teaches us that we have an obligation to tikkun olam, to repair the world. So it isn't anything I've ever thought about. It is something that always has been a part of me and a part of my upbringing. I've done the best that I can with the tremendous opportunity that I was given. And it afforded me an opportunity to make a difference in people's lives. And for that, I'm very grateful. To me, being a laureate means touching many aspects of the District of Columbia. I think about the people with whom I'm being inducted. And I have crossed paths with them in many different ways. So I think about Craig Ruppert. I know Craig because when I had Community Day, every year our company would spend 1 day doing volunteer work. Craig's company did a lot of our landscaping, and they were always with us on Community Day, working side by side, planting trees, and planting bushes, all of which they had donated. I worked with Russ Ramsey when he was president of the GW board, making a difference at GW, and when he was trying to bring the Olympics to DC. I would say that Ms. Ali does not know me at all, but I was a college student at GW, and there were 2 places that everybody in the city felt comfortable. One was the Florida Avenue Grill, but the other was Ben's Chili Bowl. And all of us, whether we were college students, whether we worked in hotels, whoever we were and wherever we were in the district, it was a place that all of us could go and all of us felt comfortable. And to me, that's a laureate. A laureate is someone who's made a difference in some way in people's lives in our region.
Please join me now in congratulating 2021 Laureate Deborah Ratner Salzberg. Debbie, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm somewhat overwhelmed as I sit here. First of all, I want to thank Tony. Tony, I have known you for many years, first as the mayor of our nation's capital, who basically brought us back from the brink, and now at the helm of the Federal City Council. You are a friend and a tremendous colleague, so thank you for that incredible introduction. I'm really here today largely because of my work at the Yards, which is a new community, a mixed income community in Southeast Washington, D.C. I get the credit for it, but in reality, a very talented group of people, originally with Forest City and now with Brookfield, did all of the heavy lifting. So I want to thank them for all of their work in creating a truly authentic and new community in D.C. So how really did I end up here tonight? Well, in my family, we have a saying, and that is that we stand on the shoulders of giants, and that has never been more true than in my life. I had a grandmother who started a Montessori school, and that was in 1952. My mother went back to school and became a child psychologist for Head Start when I was quite young. And one day when I came home at age 10 and said that I wanted to be a United States Senator, my father looked at me and said, well, that means you're going to have to go to law school. And that was at a time when very few women were even being admitted. So in short, no one ever told me that I couldn't do something because I was a woman. I did go to law school, and as you heard, after 5 years, my family came to me and asked if I would join the family business because they were starting a project in Washington. I joined, and I never looked back. I have been blessed to create a life here because of an incredibly welcoming business community, an inspiring nonprofit community, extraordinary friends, and an amazing family. My father is 93 years young. He is my mentor, my greatest cheerleader, and my biggest fan. Through his actions, my brother and I learned many lessons, and basically the key lesson was that our lives needed to be divided in thirds. We needed to spend our life with our family, with our business, and with our community. We never argued about the fact that that was in fact reality, and that's how we should live our lives. We did argue sometimes about the order in which those three things came. My life has been made up of those three parts, and I've been really blessed, as I said. I have a supportive husband who enabled me to do all of this. I never had to worry about dinner on the table because Michael's a great cook, and I didn't have to worry about the kids getting home on a snow day if I was traveling, and Michael did all of this while running his own family business. I am an incredibly proud mother of my 2 children and equally proud of my son-in-law. My children are my greatest accomplishments. They are the future, and they live lives echoing the values with which I was brought up. My children, and now my grandchildren, were born in Washington. They are real Washingtonians. I am at heart a girl from Cleveland, Ohio, who still gets the chills when I land at DCA and go past the Lincoln Memorial. I have been blessed, but many in our community have not been as blessed. And it is up to us as leaders to make sure that the next generation and our current students have the opportunities and the support that they need so they can be up here with us and be the next laureates. Thank you, Junior Achievement, because you are leading the way in this fight to make sure that everyone does have the opportunities to end up on this stage. I am truly honored to be a laureate in the Business Hall of Fame with all of these other esteemed leaders and to be part of a class that's coming in with Virginia Ali, Craig Ruppert, and Russ Ramsey. Thank you.
I have no doubt that you have influenced some lives that will one day be on this stage being honored as a lawyer, because everything obviously is, it's not 3 degrees from Kevin Bacon, it's 3 degrees from Debbie Ratner Salzberg, obviously. Congratulations. And please give our best to your father.
I will. Thank you very much.
What a wonderful story.
I'm sure he's watching.
And it's wonderful that you still have him with you to celebrate things like this.
I am very lucky.
Congratulations, Debbie.
Thank you.
All right. Now, we're going to see your mayor and raise you a senator. Our last but certainly not least final honoree of the evening now coming up to introduce this laureate. Let's hear it for our final presenter, U.S. Senator Mark Warner.
Hi, I'm Virginia Senator Mark Warner, and I can't think of anyone that is better to honor than my great friend of nearly 30 years, Russ Ramsey. Russ, you are being brought into the Business Hall of Fame, long overdue. As we all know, Russ has been a leader in the business community for 30+ years, a leader in the academic community, is a member of the George Washington Board of Trustees and subsequently chair of GW's board, leader in terms of venture philanthropy efforts, and a host of other local, regional, and national organizations and entities. You and Norma are Lisa, my dearest friends, and while I'm sorry I can't be with you tonight, this recognition is long overdue, and here's to 30 more years of contributions to the community. Thanks.
My name is Russ Ramsey, and I am the chairman and CEO of Ramsey Asset Management, which also includes our foundation, and I'm the co-founder of the Greater Washington Partnership. So I'm an entrepreneur, investor, and a financier, and a philanthropist, and I'm a Washingtonian. I grew up in Prince George's County, went to public high school at Suitland. I got my start in college. I was very fortunate to go to George Washington University. I was the first in my family to go there. I got a baseball scholarship. The rest has been a lot of hard work and luck, a lot of luck. I think there's an old saying that you find a job you love, you never work another day in your life. And I've been very fortunate to sort of be in that position. I fell into Wall Street, just in an accidental way, and it was through some great friendships and partnerships. And I feel like the ability to invest, create, and build and grow value is a blessing and the greatest job in the world. Allocating capital to ideas, to entrepreneurs, to businesses that can solve problems and ultimately create value and maybe change the world. There couldn't be a more inspiring or better way to sort of tap dance to work. So I couldn't imagine doing anything else. Every citizen out there is a future leader. And I tell everyone that everyone's a mentor, but everyone's also a mentee. And I would hope everybody listening to this would feel the same way, that they can inspire someone else. So for all the young entrepreneurs, I congratulate you for being where you are right now. Embrace digital skills because it flattens the competitive curve for everyone, and it allows anyone, anywhere, to have access to the world's knowledge and to truly accomplish anything that you want to. Magic comes together is when you take sort of an idea, inspiration, commitment, and big audacious goals. And as long as you stay committed to those and you're true to it, good things will happen. I do believe every young person in the metropolitan area can be lifted up, and I think it's our responsibility to make sure that there's no individual left unturned. That we as a business community, we as a philanthropic community, we as individuals, do everything we can to provide resources so everybody believes that they can be that person to change the world.
Please join me in welcoming one of those persons out there changing the world, our 2021 laureate, Russ Ramsey. Russ, congratulations.
Thank you, Leon. Well, good afternoon. I'm seldom at a loss for words, so I'm glad I've got some written down. And I'm truly a proud Washingtonian who must say, I think I've come a long ways from Southeast Washington at Merrimack School, where in second grade, my teacher, Miss Murphy, actually tied me to my desk with a belt. It seems I had trouble staying focused and was being disruptive to the other students. So I don't think she would have predicted this day. So on behalf of my fabulous family and all of those who did believe and invested in me along the way, I want to thank Junior Achievement and their extraordinary board led by Pam Bentley and the executive team led by Ed Grenier. It's truly an honor for this recognition and being here with this esteemed group today. I also want to congratulate, and I'm just almost teared up here with emotion listening to the stories, but my fellow laureates, Virginia and her fabulous family, our great friends Craig and Debbie. It's an honor to be here with you. You're each outstanding and deserving laureates, and I'm proud to call you friends. Now a few thank yous. First to my mom and dad, who are no longer with us. But I had undying love and never-ending support, and that's something that has stayed with me forever. I think they'd be pleased today, and I've always worked hard to make them proud. I also want to acknowledge my brother, who's my only sibling, Jim Ramsey, He came along 16 years before I did, so I got the luckier draw in the family, so to speak. But he is a mentor and a guardian, and I will be forever grateful for him blazing the path ahead of me. God bless my mother. She was tenacious, principled, uber protective of her family. She kept the boys in line and cracked the whip, but her influence obviously had a lot on us. My dad quietly looked after us, and I miss them both every day, but they're with us in spirit, and their influence, at least for my family, will endure forever. To my amazing wife of 32 years, Norma, you're not just my wife, you're my life, and everything that matters to me starts with you. To our incredible children, Bailey, Eric, Mark, and Paige, you are each my BEs and always will be. I love you all. To the dozens of partners and friendships and clients and companies that we helped finance at FBR over the years and grow value, I wish I had time to acknowledge all of you, but Ed has told us 3 minutes, and that would take 3 years. So I'm going to be brief. First, I do have to have a special shout out to Eric Billings and Manny Friedman and all of our amazing partners and teammates at FBR. We did not know the term then, but we were an original unicorn. We had a tiny startup office on Pennsylvania Avenue. We had less than $1 million in invested capital. And in 8 short years, we grew to over $1 billion in shareholder value in an IPO. It was an amazing run, and I don't think Miss Murphy would have ever predicted that. But I'd say we built a collective canvas that lives on with the hundreds of companies that we financed, guided, and grew, and the many cycles that we navigated. The dozens of new businesses that we created both inside and outside of FBR in capital markets, asset management, and private equity. The more than 300,000 jobs that we created through those investments, and the more than $80 million of cash that we directed to our philanthropic activities. I will always be proud of the Pegasus family. For those of us not familiar with Pegasus, it was our FBR symbol, and it was our brand. We chose it as a proxy for our culture and our commitment. In Greek mythology, Pegasus was a mythical flying horse, the hoofed master of the ground and winged master of the air. Pegasus came to represent speed, strength, and artistic inspiration, encompassing beauty and a sense of majesty. It is a guide for humankind beyond the physical world to the realm where the spirit can soar without limit. It might sound a little ethereal, but it tried to capture what we try to do every day. We built our culture and creativity around the Pegasus, and that spirit and that symbol will live on. To the community, which is what inspires us so much, to the teachers, to the coaches, to the teammates and partners, from Bradbury Heights Boys and Girls Club, Colmar Manor American Legion, Suitland High School, George Washington, the Greater Washington Partnership, Capital Collab, Venture Philanthropy Partners, Big Brothers Big Sisters, DC Cap, Capital Investors, GW Investment Institute, Don Bosco, Cristo Rey, the Potomac School, National Geographic, Northern Virginia Roundtable, Potomac Knowledge Way, Children's Hospital, the Nova, Virginia Federation of Investment Colleges, Independent Colleges, Forward Together, Federal City Council, Fight for Children, Knockout Abuse, and last but not least, all of the brilliant friends who built a narrative for the 2024 Olympic Games in the nation's capital around unity. I am humbled by your selfless and tireless commitment to making our world a better place. And finally, to junior achievement, and in particular to those future citizen leaders that will one day be proud to say, I am a JA alum. I want to make a few comments. JA's mission is to inspire and prepare young people to succeed in a global economy. Each of you can change the world, and each of you have a superpower to unleash. Everyone is good at something, and your challenge is to find it and embrace it. I want you to set big goals and never let anyone discourage you or suggest you are not good enough. Wake up every day determined to be better, to be smarter, to be the first one at school, work or play, and the last one to leave. As long as you give 100% and are true to that commitment, you can never have any regrets. Embrace entrepreneurship and find that place where your individual talents can shine and where you can go to bed with a smile on your face and wake up with a passion to move those goals forward. Seek out mentors and lean on your teachers, coaches, and community leaders like those at Junior Achievement. The future of our country literally depends on it. If an undersized kid from Suitland who struggled with academics can do it, each of you can too. Thank you and God bless.
That's just beautiful. Thank you so much, Russ. Incredible words of wisdom there. And that list of organizations and groups that you support, especially including JA, is proof that your mom and dad and Miss Murphy did the right thing. Through them, in particular your family, so many young people's lives are going to be transformed in so many positive ways because of all of them and because of you. So thank you so much, and congratulations. How about that, folks? Thank you for helping us round out our Laureate inductions today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for the 2021 Washington Business Hall of Fame laureates. True inspirations, each and every one of them. How about giving them a round of applause right now? Oh, thank you so much. And let's give a final thank you to our note taker. Greg has been scribbling away, and his artistry was really something else. I want to see if we can get that up on the screen. Oh, what a perfect way to come together and pay tribute to our honorees today. Now, before we wrap tonight's show up, I'd like to kick it over to 2021 Washington Business Hall of Fame Chair and Regional President of PNC Bank, Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine?
It's so inspiring to be here with this great group of laureates, to hear all the inspiring stories. It's been a phenomenal afternoon. So good afternoon. I'm Jermaine Johnson, Regional President of PNC Bank for Greater Washington. It's been an honor to serve as the chair of the Junior Achievement Hall of Fame Gala, where we not only celebrate the achievements of 4 remarkable leaders, Virginia, Deborah, Craig, and Russ, but also raise much needed funds to allow Junior Achievement to prepare the next generation of business professionals. I would like to thank each of you for making the Hall of Fame such a great success this year. I'm very pleased to share that we raised over $1.25 million, smashing our ambitious $1 million fundraising goal by a substantial margin. All right. This is an incredible accomplishment. The money we've raised through the Hall of Fame is going to empower incredible work by Junior Achievement. Thanks to the generosity of the JA Board, our laureates, and our individual and corporate supporters. Thank you to everyone for coming through in a year when your support was very much needed. Above all, I want to honor the students of Greater Washington, who will have a bright future and an opportunity because of all of you. Thank you.
No,
Leon?
thank you, Jermaine, and congratulations. However, you know, if you do it so well once, you may have to come back and do it again. You know how that goes. You know how that works. That's the way the universe works. Yeah. All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you for everyone for your generosity here, for coming out this evening and supporting the cause. Thank you all so much for getting what JA is all about. One more reminder about this platform. It's going to be open for you to continue to explore and network and watch any of the master classes that you missed out on, or just get together in our live chat rooms, and please enjoy that. This is a great community, and I am so proud to be a part of it, especially tonight, and I am definitely going to go back to NBC4 and tell the story there tonight. I'm Leon Harris, and we're closing out this year's Washington Business Hall of Fame. I hope to see you here next year. Maybe we can do it in person next time. Hope so. Thank you and good night, and God bless.